It's What's the Crack? With Anton and his mum who shaves his bum, Sherry Ann.
Welcome back to What's the Crack, the podcast that brings you bonding and banter. This week is slightly different, you know. My mum's not here for the first time, so I thought to myself, who could I bring in that is as close to me as my mother? Not quite as close, because they don't shave my bum as such, but I have brought in Love Island All-Star winner, professional football player, and someone I'm really proud to call a very, very good friend, Mr. Tom Clare.
Thank you for having me, mate.
Oh, mate, I've been dying to get you on
I
this.
know, it's been a while, bro.
It's been a while,
Yeah.
and you've brought another
Got a
beautiful
special guest, Nelly. Yeah.
I did ask for Molly, but we got Nelly instead, but it's just as good.
Yeah, Molly's just got back from holiday, so she's at the gym.
She was in Vegas, wasn't she?
In Vegas, yeah. Her voice is gone, so she had a good time, bless her.
Did you miss her?
Yeah, of course, man.
It was a long time. It was like 9 days.
Yeah, we were saying it because we've like been together non-stop.
Yeah.
And then obviously she's away, but it's kind of good to miss someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, absolutely, mate. I think that missing someone's very, very important.
Yeah.
And then you appreciate them so much more when you get them back.
Yeah.
Coming from the single guy in the room. But anyway, today is quite a big day for you in general, other than being on What's the Crack podcast, of course.
Of course.
You've moved up to Manchester fully now.
Literally yesterday, moved out my place in London with Casey, and then moved into Manchester with Molly.
Yeah.
It just made sense for me, I think, obviously. Yeah, the work's good for being in London, but my family's up here, football's up here, like Molly's here.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense, and I'm a northern boy.
Yeah.
In London, when you're on the tube, people aren't saying hello to you. I'm like, when you walk past people, I'll be like, "Oh, you right, mate?"
Yeah.
And we'll
It's
look at me like I'm.
I know, literally,
Do you know what I
when
mean?
you go in anywhere in London, everyone's just head down on their phones.
Yeah.
It's just
mad.
so antisocial.
Yeah.
Nothing against Londoners.
No.
It's just a busy place.
Yeah,
Like,
I think everyone's just everyone's just going somewhere or doing something, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
When was the last time we caught up? Was it when I came to your football game?
yeah, wow, that's quite a while ago, isn't it? It's
been
been
a long
long.
time.
We've just been busy, haven't we?
Yeah, but we speak
Of
every
course,
week, don't we?
Yeah,
We
of
speak
course.
every week. But
Yeah. But no, I'm happy to be here.
so football's been going well.
Yep.
You played your first game and you scored your first goal as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I weren't actually meant to come back this season. I was meant to go back next season, get my fitness up, but I've come back in the training. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling sharp. The manager likes me. So yeah, and I'm just glad to be a part of Macclesfield and just be back. We've got the playoff final on Monday, Bank Holiday Month. So that's a huge game for us.
Yeah.
So I've just got my head down. I've been getting my fitness up and just making sure I'm ready for if I'm called upon. So
I'm actually so surprised at how quick you got back into it. I remember in the villa I said to you, I was like, right, your first game, I'm going to be there. And like you phoned me within like 2 or 3 weeks of being back, and I was so surprised you got straight back in.
Yeah, I needed to do it, I think. Obviously, I do think, this industry that we're in is great and all the opportunities that come with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, football's my passion. It's what I've always done, and the red carpets and stuff just aren't for me.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting you say that, because when you do come off a show like Love Island, that's what we're known for as individuals. That's what they're Anton Love Island, Tom Love Island.
Yeah, of course.
But ultimately, it's such a small part of our life. It's like 5 weeks or 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to a little bit of Tom Clare in the background. So growing up, have you always been into your football?
Always, yeah. Since I can remember. I remember my dad taking me to my first training session, and I just loved it since there. Don't get me wrong, there's been ups and downs and stuff, but I think I've had to mature very fastly. Obviously, I was always a big lad. I had to play up a few age groups.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously I was at Barnsley all my career. Signed my first professional contract at Bradford City.
Yep.
Which was a proud day for me. But then back then I was 18, and I was a big guy, but I was still a kid in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, I probably had a little bit of an ego. Couldn't take criticism. So yeah, I've matured now, and I remember, obviously I was playing at Bradford City. I weren't really in the team. Got sent out on loan to like a conference team. And I thought, oh, this is going to be easy, you know. I'm going to smash this. It's a bad league. Obviously, me being 18 years old, naive. And I remember I was on the pitch. I think I went up for my first header. This big ball guy comes straight through me, elbow in the head, clattered me. I was on the floor. I was like, whoa. He just looked. I'll not repeat what he said, but he just looked over me and like, oh, welcome to non-league, you. So I was like, okay, I'm in the man's game now.
Obviously, I met your mum and dad back at the football game. And
My mum and dad love you, by the way.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I love you. Yeah, yeah.
I never spent much time with them.
Yeah. Obviously, they've seen you, do you know what I mean? I've spoke highly of you and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one reason me and you have always got on, especially the first time we met, is because we are very family valued people.
Morals and stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I could see when I met your mum and dad just how nice they were, and I could just tell you've always been a bit of a family boy as well.
Yeah.
So it must have been quite hard for you, moving away and moving down to London, or?
It was, yeah. I think obviously my sister, she lives in Dubai, so that was hard for my mum. Her daughter going to Dubai, and then obviously I went down to London, so every time I used to go up and see my mum and dad, they'd probably get a bit emotional when I went back down to London. And obviously over time, probably the last few months I was in London, I was like, this isn't for me. Just being up north, my friends are up north, and it just made sense. At the time, it made sense because of work and stuff to London. But I've realised I can do football and the work side both together. Yeah, it can be quite stressful, but you've just got to learn to manage it. So
yeah, that's actually one thing I was going to get into a little bit later, but we may as well dive into it now. How are you finding managing both sides, because they are ultimately two completely different lifestyles?
Yeah. At first, it was tough when I went straight back into football, but football's my release. So if I'm a bit stressed from work or something, that's my release, and that's what I've always needed. I was itching to go back, and that's where I get my adrenaline, that's where I get my buzz. I don't get that adrenaline from kind of maybe doing modelling or shooting or things like that. But then when I do my football and I get my adrenaline, and then I feel buzzing to go and do a shoot or model or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So it balances it out pretty well. Yeah.
So you find a good balance.
Good balance.
All now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult, because especially after coming off the show, winning the show, I presume you've been dragged left, right, and centre.
Yeah, it's been, obviously I was on this time last year, but it's just been 10 times more intense since coming out. But luckily I've got a strong woman in Mall at the side of me. We're in it together, so.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone that actually understands it as well, and she's been super busy at the same time.
Oh my God, I've never known anything like it. Yeah.
I can only see clips of it through Instagram.
Yeah.
But I can imagine she's non-stop.
She's just literally just flat out, which is obviously amazing, but I tell her sometimes, just take a rest, take a break, chill out. But yeah, bless her. I'm so proud of her. She's done so well. Yeah. I think it's good that we kind of balance it out. Obviously, I'm borderline horizontal, me. I'm so chilled out. Obviously, and then it's nice for her to kind of have me to speak to her about stuff and calm her down and things. But yeah, she's absolutely smashed it. So she's doing really well.
Do you know what? It's quite funny, and you can relate to this, and you can. I'm not talking bullshit when I say any of this, but remember the night of the final, I was like, before we went to the actual to do the filming, I was like,
have you spoke about the whole final?
What?
After it or not?
No, no, we've not spoke about that. I would love to speak about that, but out of respect for the other person, I don't think we should.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think in hindsight, that should have been left at that point. But it wasn't, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, the night of the final, I don't think I've ever, I'm a very competitive guy, and I don't think I've ever wanted someone else to win something more than I did during Molly.
Bless you.
Do you remember?
I remember when you ran up to us after.
I was like, I want them to win. But no, I think that the two of you guys, from what I've seen in the villa, like even prior to her coming in, prior to you coming in, she was lost. She just
she said that.
She was completely lost, and then you came in and you guys just clicked straight away.
Yeah.
And I can see since you've left, you're just growing from strength to strength, which is amazing to see. Yes. And I'm really, really happy for you both, because I phone you up and I speak to both of you.
Yeah.
But no, it's really good to see. But let's take it back a little touch, right? Yeah. So you went through football.
Yep.
You went through playing football. How has the opportunity of Love Island came about in the first place, the first time? I say that as if it was years ago, but that was literally only a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just got a message. I was single at the time, to go on. Obviously, I was at football. I spoke with Robbie Savage and Rob Smethers, the owner of Macclesfield. I was like, look, because they used to call me Mr. Love Island when I was in
before it.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, just because of the love.
Yeah, and I just pulled them. I was like, look, I've got this opportunity. I think it is something I want to do. It's a once in a lifetime. Like, I'm single. So I think at first it was a bit like, I was top goal scorer, striker. So it's obviously going to be a bit. And in the back of my head, I was like, do I want to do it? And then, bless her, my mum was like, "Oh, just do it, like once in a lifetime." So I was like, "Look, I'll just do it. I might not even get it." And then next minute, I'm off to South Africa, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. So what was the reasoning for doing it the first time, Tom? What did you feel? You wanted to find someone?
Yeah, of course. And I think obviously if you want to find someone, I'm for the experience. Like, I remember I've watched it for years with my mum and my sister. So when that opportunity comes along, we've got to do it twice, haven't we? Which is crazy when you think about it.
As it's funny because I was on the phone to Hannah yesterday actually.
She's bro.
Oh, and
she's bonkers. But
she's mental.
Yeah.
And she was just talking about how much she actually misses us all waking up together.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when we are in there, I think we do. I was probably the worst for it. I couldn't wait to get out.
Yeah.
But there is moments where you just miss us all being together.
Yeah. Do you miss it all or not?
No, I do you know what? I've spoke openly. I spoke to you a lot.
That probably wouldn't get aired. Do you know?
Yeah. But I spoke to you a lot about how much I wasn't enjoying it. I didn't want to be in there. But when Hannah actually said that comment the other day, I just thought, how
you think back to it.
Yeah, looking back, like us waking up, no care in the world, and just getting on one day. Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? Just chill, like, cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just going for a chat.
Yeah, down. Seen a bit.
Do you want to go for a chat?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I mean, obviously it's an amazing opportunity, and it's an amazing experience as well. All it is, and the fact that we did get the chance to do it twice was amazing. So for you, obviously, you've came off the show the first time. You've came off with someone that's not worked out.
No.
And then you've been given an opportunity to go back on it again. So when you've been asked to go back on the show again, have you thought in your head that, you know, I'm not going to find someone because of past experiences, or was it a case of, do you know what, I'm just going in for the experience? What was it? Was the chain of thought difference from the first time to the second time?
Yeah, it was definitely. I think it was. Obviously, I had a great time the first time. Met some friends for life. The production staff were amazing. But yeah, got into it. The thing is, because I know the industry. Not everyone, but I know what girls kind of can be like in this industry.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie, I didn't have high hopes at all.
Yeah, we've spoke about that quite a lot, actually, haven't we? And it's so funny because I think with...
That's no disrespect.
No, it's not. It's just the facts.
Yeah.
It's just the facts of it, and it's no disrespect to any influencer girl or stereotyping, but just... statistics show that's the way it is, and when you meet a lot of these particular girls, and they are just all about clout, not caring people particularly. But I think that when you look at someone like Molly that you've met, I think that's
she's everything opposite to
I know
that, which
and
is crazy.
Stereotypically though, I think you would think that she would be like that.
Yeah,
and
like stunning girl, like
and you should never judge a book by its cover. No, absolutely not. And I know me personally, and I say this to Molly all the time, she completely exceeded my expectations of what she could be like. Yeah. And I think that you were the exact same. You were shocked by just how she is.
Honestly, I cannot speak highly enough of that girl. She's just so good to me. We get on, we laugh, we have the best time. And yeah, it hasn't been that long, but like when you know, do you know what I mean? She's such a good girl. My family love her. I love her family. But yeah, she especially being in a girl in the industry, you always have in the back of the head like, oh, there must be something wrong or something I don't like. But hand on my heart, there's nothing I don't. I love everything about her.
Oh, it's so nice. I want that.
We'll find it.
We'll find me that. We'll find me that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought of her as well. I thought she was unbelievable. So before you went in, obviously you'd seen a few of the episodes going in. Yeah. And Molly would have been in at this point. Yeah. Is that what you thought as soon as you went in that was... I know there was a situation with Georgia Steele that was history, etc. Yeah. But did you think that you would go in and that was the person you were going for?
Yeah. I'd heard of Molly before the show, and I said this to her. But we'd never spoke before, which is what I liked. Yeah. I'd asked about her before I knew about All Stars, and I'd asked about her to different people who I value their opinion. They all said amazing things about her. I was like, right, okay. But then in the back here, you still think, no, I'll just see. I'll see. And then I seen she was going in. I watched her, and I just obviously in Love Island when you have your I don't know. Have you ever been a bombshell?
No.
You are.
Mate, could you imagine me as a bombshell? I would be the worst bombshell ever. It takes me weeks to get someone.
We had to give like a 1, 2, 3 top, and she was top every single time.
Right, okay.
Every time. So there was only one girl in there for me. Yeah.
No, perfect. No, and honestly, I think that it's been obvious since you guys have came out, you've just went from strength to strength.
Yeah.
So I believe that you guys are looking at getting a place together.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say that?
Yeah,
wasn't in
No,
confidentiality.
fine. Obviously, we're in no rush. Like, you never rush those type of things. Like, obviously, I've moved in with Mall now. But yeah, we wanna get a place, and it's something we're both at a stage in our lives where we can do.
Yeah.
Which I think. But if we ever had any doubts, we wouldn't do it. But there's just no doubts at all. But like I said, we're not going to rush it. We want it to be like perfect. So yeah, we've had a few little looks on Rightmove now and again.
Shout out to Rightmove.
Shout out to Rightmove.
Yeah. Also shout out to my popcorn. How is the
Do you know
popcorn?
what? I actually tried it earlier. It's actually really good. So what is it then? Like, what makes it unique?
Right, so wait, you're helping me do a plug here.
I want to
love
know,
it.
yeah.
No, so basically what I've done there, right, is so for years I've literally been trying to, I've always been into my health and fitness, and I've been trying to find a snack that is healthy, tasty, but isn't full of artificial sweeteners.
Mate, that just tastes like the ones you get from the cinema. That's mad. That's like
it's
sick.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's sick.
So I've sort of tweaked the formula slightly and created my health range. I've got the popcorn chef, as you can see. So
Put him on there. What's
That's
stallion
me,
on there?
The popcorn chef.
Yeah.
So I create all different recipes with it as well. And mate, it's good. It's just.
So is this in any shops or anything?
No. So we sell it online. Sell everything online. At the minute, the online market's massive, as you know. So that was something I was working on prior to going on Love Island this time around.
Yeah.
And then we just came out and it's all going. You know me, I've got my things going. I've got everything going on.
Yeah, you have.
I know.
But it's good though.
Yeah, it's good.
You're very you know what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I try, and that's what drives me every day as well. To be fair.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to you, Mister.
Nelly seems to like it. I don't think you can have it now. I'm afraid this popcorn.
I don't know. Can you have?
Can dogs have
popcorn?
I don't want to try.
Molly
will shout at me if
I don't want to try that either. To be fair, just in case Molly will come up and she'll kill me for that. So what's it been like then, Tom, coming off the show this time? Obviously, coming off as a Love Island winner is probably completely different to last time. What did you finish, fourth or
third?
Third.
Third. Yeah.
So has that been a completely different experience?
It's just I've never known anything like it. Like everyone's been so nice, so positive, but it's just been like wow, this is crazy. It's mad. But yeah, like I said. When you're out, everyone's so nice, comments, and don't get me wrong, on social media, it's like you always get the bad comment and stuff like that, but you just got to learn to look past it, and if you're happy in yourself and your relationship, then what does some random person's opinion matter? Like, to me, the only kind of opinion that matters to me, obviously Molly and my families and my boys.
Yeah.
Everyone else's kind of opinion is just irrelevant to me, and I think I've always stood by that, so... But yeah, like I said, everyone's been so nice, so positive. So, but yeah, it's just been, even when you're walking somewhere, I think for me it's when people just stare and don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, have I got something on my face? I've got food in my teeth or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what do you find?
Right, so...
Because your season was the biggest violent season, it was.
I mean, for me personally, this time around...
How old was you when you went on the first time?
24, so I was your age.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I relate. Because remember, I related to you quite early on. Like, basically, Tom came into the villa and I was like, bro, do you want me to unpack your case?
Yeah,
do you want me to use this?
And then someone said, do you want me to couple up with my missus or something?
yeah. But it was actually tactical because I seen Tom come in and I was like, I can't compete with this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to befriend him. That was my tactics. But yeah, we did just instantly get on.
We've got the same morals, I think.
That's what it is. And I think as well, even though you were younger than me, you were one of the people I always went to for advice.
100% vice versa,
to me for advice, which was really nice to have in there. Yeah. And obviously we spent a lot of the journey together going through that. But going back to your question about how I found it this time, obviously coming off my season the first time, I would say that even the season the first time that I did it was bigger than All-Star season.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think anything
will ever be to that scale, no.
It was crazy. But what I will say about the way I've came off this time is just I've never been so loved. Like, it's been crazy. Yeah. Like, I was liked in my season.
Yeah.
But this time it's just like so much love.
Yeah, I think it speaks for itself. Like, do you know what I mean? You're a good guy. You've got good morals.
Yeah.
From a good family.
And I think it was just more a case of the growth that people had seen in me. So that was quite nice between...
People would always remember you from Anton 24.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People
Yeah.
would always remember that. Yeah.
And that's what was nice about doing it again. Obviously, unfortunately, didn't find love again. But, you know, it's all good. Like,
You met some good friends. You met me.
That's what I mean. I've met some really good friends, and one thing I didn't expect to do this time when I went on Love Island was meet friends.
Yeah,
because
but you never think that, do you? You always think like I always think there's going to be big egos in the All Stars, but there wasn't.
There wasn't. It was probably better than when we done it the first time.
I enjoyed it. All Stars better than mine.
Yeah. I mean, I genuinely, because I know that we come off shows like this and we all say, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and then we never ever do.
Yeah.
But I believe like a lot of us have actually, like especially myself, you, Adam, we speak to each other quite a lot. Me and you have our birthdays round about the same time. And
yours is 7th
of September, 2nd.
So we need to plan something big.
Well, we said this because it's my 30th and it's your 25th.
Yeah.
So
is 25th a big birthday?
It's going to be a big birthday this year. It's going to be a big birthday this year. So, yeah, we're going to plan. But we spoke about that in the villa.
Yeah, we did.
And it's funny.
Probably like the second day I met you.
Our birthdays are in September.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that you always plan these holidays. I know I done it with my guys last time. I mean, some of the boys I was in from the beginning, and I thought they'd be my brothers for life. And it just never ever.
So do you still speak to people from anyone?
No one, mate. It's quite sad, actually.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if that was a stage where our season was that big.
Yeah.
That a lot of people, including myself, by the way, went really above ourselves and just went into our own lanes.
Right.
So I think that the person that we met in the beginning of the show, the people that left the villa were completely different. We were different people.
Yeah.
Because our egos
That must
started
have been
getting
crazy
fed.
for you, though. Do you know when you came out on that seed? That must have been.
It was the craziest experience of my life. Like, it was. I don't think I ever really dealt with it very well.
Yeah.
I think that
I remember we spoke about
this quite a lot because I went through quite a hard stage when it started all dropping down.
Yeah.
Because you're on this, you're put in such a pedestal.
Yeah.
And you think at 24, you're making all this money, you're at the height of fame. And I think that you feel like life's completed. And then what you start to realise in this industry especially is it starts to actually start and you become less relevant.
Yeah.
Rather than groups of people grabbing you for photos.
Yeah.
There's one person, then there's every second person.
Yeah.
Then before you know it, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
And it is quite hard to deal with mentally.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that I really attach myself to you in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
because you reminded me of myself, and I feel like I've always had that kind of protection on you, where I'm just like keep yourself grounded.
Yeah,
but
of course.
you're there anyway. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's why myself and you clicked really, really well. So Love Island's over now. I don't think we'll both be doing it again. Well, you definitely won't be doing it again.
No.
Don't know if I'd get the call up again.
You might do,
I might get the call up.
New one's coming around.
Oh man, imagine.
Might see
bombshell. Might be the first bombshell. The first time I do a bombshell. Nah, the dating reality stuff is definitely over for me, I think. But yeah, going back to the relationship side of things with you and Mull.
Yeah.
So moving forward quite nicely.
Yep.
Looking to get a place together. What else is your boyfriend together? Actually, I don't know if you've all spoke openly of this. Actually,
We haven't, but do you know how it got released? That we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes. So
it was on your live.
Yeah. On my live.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't think you've openly really spoke about it massively, have you?
I don't think we really need to be fair.
No.
It was always like,
I'm
never going to post on Instagram. Oh my God. Just made it. Do you know what I mean? I'm never going to do that. But
there's quite a funny story behind that though, isn't there? Because there was
like a fake profile that I'd done like to make it look sick, to be fair.
I know that's
I should have done that.
I
should have just claimed it.
Should have claimed it.
But yeah, there was like all balloons and stuff, and then I think was it Molly's dad or brother sent it to her, and I seen it. I was like, eh? But I always wanted it to be intimate, just me and Molly. That's how I wanted it to be.
Well, the bottom line is the rest of your relationship and how you met Molly was like totally out there. So you're entitled.
You can't get any more public than that.
You couldn't get any more public than that. So I think you were entitled to your privacy at that point.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing that with the balloons and everything. I phoned you up and I'm like,
oh yeah, you did.
I phoned you up. I'm like, bro, you never spoke.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
you did.
Never spoke.
Yeah.
No, it's not a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, then obviously you guys went away and done it, and you're moving from strength to strength, which is good. Apartment or house coming very, very soon.
Yeah.
Baby Nelly.
Nelly, yeah, look at her faster.
She's fast asleep now as well. She's
obviously when I first met Nell, I was always nervous if she'd actually like me. And then
because I think that was a big thing for Molly, wasn't it?
Yeah. Imagine if your dog doesn't like you, you've got no chance, do you know what I mean?
What's it like when you... That's what the way I am with my mum. If my mum doesn't like someone as well.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
It's a shame your mum's not here.
I know, that's it, because you guys have spoken on the phone a few times. We've not met, have you?
No, I've never met her.
She's invited.
She's class though.
Oh.
She's mint.
Do you know, we've been getting a lot of stick lately about our relationship, myself and my mum.
What?
I don't know, people just think we're too close.
How can you be too close to your mum?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Nah, I love your mum.
Anyway.
She's mega.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of her though.
No.
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 I'm still scared of her, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, but she's invited you guys up to Scotland.
Yeah,
I think you're going to come up at some point when things calm down.
Some lasagna.
Lasagna. Oh, wait till we try this. It's
good.
So good.
Is it?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
This is why I was fat as a child.
What, she's feeding you lasagna?
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, tea.
Curry,
Yeah.
Great food. So what's next then? What's next going forward?
What, in like work or just life?
With everything. With everything. Like, I mean, obviously football seems to be going really good.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
So football, it's the game on Bank Holiday Monday for promotion. So that's taken all my focus. It's something I'm passionate about, something I want to give everything to. And then obviously then it's summertime, but I'll keep fit over summertime, so I'm ready for pre-season. But like I said, me and Mol have got trips coming up. It's my dad's birthday in June, so I want to go away with all my family and Mol, things like that.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of big work coming up that obviously I won't be allowed to say on here, but yeah, it's very exciting, and I know Mol's got loads of stuff coming up. So yeah, like I said, I know obviously me and Mol, it's just going at its own pace, and we're just letting it do it. Like,
well, ultimately you've only been together like 4 or 5 months. Really.
Yeah,
It's not, and I think sometimes in this industry it can, especially when you come off Love Island, it's like the public can try and move you at a pace that's just unrealistic.
Yeah, and we don't let that happen. No, we don't. It's our pace. But like I said, all the public's been so positive. But yeah, it's going at our pace. It's how we like it. We're just constantly laughing, constantly bantering each other, taking the mick out of each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it just makes more sense me moving up north. So yeah.
No, I'm happy for you, mate. And you know, I might be moving down to Manchester
I know,
soon. So
you said that.
Just make sure you get a spare bedroom for me.
I will. I've got your quilt, duvet. Mol's in the spare room. You're in with me.
And she's in with Nelly.
Yeah.
No, perfect. Well, honestly, bro, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I know
pleasure.
that you're a very busy guy, and it's good to see you.
Well, I won't miss it, bro. You're a good boy. I won't miss it.
Oh, you make me cry. You make me cry. Well, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Tell your mum I said hello as well.
Well, guys, thank you very much for watching another episode of What's the Crack. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you let us know what you thought of today's episode. I will see you next week.